for the aging. We're non-mandated funds, but once you decide to accept the funds, you have to provide certain things. The other thing to look at is we bring $3.5 million to the county.
How do you
and
do
two
that?
seniors.
How do you do that?
Well, that's how much our total budget is.
34. How much?
$3,500,000.
$3.5 million. That's a lot of bananas.
Right. That's our total budget. Only $700,000 of that is local money. So you have to, if it goes through to cut the Office for the Aging, you would give up $3.5 million, only gain $700,000.
So it actually costs you almost $3 million in net money.
Right.
To close down the Office of the Aging.
Right. And we are required to have local share. You know, in order to, a lot of our programs, for every dollar, you know, or every 75 cents, the county has to match it by 25 cents. So, and for different programs, it's different. Some are 90-10, some are 80-20.
Just like Medicaid.
Right.
For every 100,000, we put up 25,000.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So it depends on the program what the local share is, but in order to draw down the dollars from the state and federal government, you have to have the local share match. So, you know, this, I think Greg is putting this out there to tell people, you know, he's looking for ideas. He's looking for assistance to figure out how can we maintain services. But he is facing an $18 million shortfall, and we only have two sources of revenue in the county. There are the property tax and the sales tax.
And sales tax going down.
Sales tax is going down.
Fred Cross cut around. He said, Jesus, there's no money for sales taxes. Actually, people are paying less sales tax.
Right. We are.
Under the new law.
Well, it depends on Mr. Parment whether he's going to continue the sales tax.
And also, I might add.
And Kathy Young, probably.
Young. Yeah.
But I think it has to go to the Assembly first. So
and they're not about to change it because they say they don't change it. Every 2 years they consider it.
I don't think they're considering it going up, but they may consider maintaining it at 7.75, which is what it is now, which is still pretty low across the state.
But on the other hand, it does discourage purchasing here. People will buy elsewhere or at
But if you go to Erie County, it's 8.25.
Yeah, no, I got a couple of phone calls already. They want to say
well,
goodbye
I want to say one other thing. I want to reassure everybody that I am doing everything in my power to make sure that senior services continue. And I'm doing that by looking at our partners in the community, our partners in the health services at the county, to see where we can work better together and get better streams of revenue to hopefully help close the gap on
Marianne
this
is
budget.
doing the job again. Last time they chopped $200,000 from her or something, or she managed to find the money somehow. We got a couple calls. Good morning, caller. Thank you for waiting.
Good morning, Reed. How are you?
Good morning. What's up?
My question is, I know she has a senior program for food where you go out to the different restaurants, and I have two questions. The first one is, how is that different from Meals on Wheels? And the second one is, have you added any new restaurants since you were on last time? And I'll just let you talk about that.
I think Greg's going to do away with them.
Let's not go there yet.
All right.
We have time.
Okay, you're on.
Well, first of all, Meals on Wheels is a meal that comes to your home, and that is not a convenience. People who get Meals on Wheels through Office for the Aging helps pay for, have to have some physical problem that makes it difficult for them to get out of the house or to make their own meals at home. Those are the people that get Meals on Wheels. They're the same criteria we use for our home services. Now, the congregate meals, which the dining out program includes, is anybody over the age of 60 qualifies for the dining out program. We've brought on 3 restaurants. This was started in Washington County, and it started in Wyoming County. A lot of other counties are moving toward this because the congregate meals that we have in churches, while some of them are run and growing, like the Sinclairville 76ers and the Dunkirk Senior Center, Many of them are losing their memberships. The younger seniors don't necessarily want to go and just congregate with seniors. So we started this dining out program because that's where the seniors are. And we did it with little mom and pops who are struggling, as you said before I got on, to make ends meet. So it's a win-win for them. We have a dietitian who goes out and works with the restaurant to make up a senior menu. And then people can get the tickets. They have to register with Office for the Aging, and they get the tickets for a $3 donation.
That's for full dinner.
Yeah, and then they bring the tickets to the restaurant. The restaurant sends them into Office for the Aging, and we reimburse them the full cost of the meal.
Tax?
No, it doesn't include the tip.
Tax?
It includes everything else, yes.
And with the tax and everything. For $3. Can't beat it.
$3.
And
Can't beat it.
You just get spaghetti?
And it's so that people aren't eating cat food.
Do they-
Cat food is expensive, probably.
Actually, this stuff costs just about the same as tuna now.
Yeah.
It used to be cheaper, but tuna is on sale everywhere for 49 cents a can. So, but these are still, you get them over at Walmart, they're about 38, 40 cents too. So
Well, I want to finish your question. She asked about the restaurants.
Okay.
We're just in the process of bringing on a new restaurant. We have Meters and the Dutch Village and Grandma's Kitchen in
That's
Casadega.
three restaurants.
Yep.
And,
And
one in
we
Ripley,
were ready to.
Casadega, and where's the other one?
Meters is in Ripley,
Ripley.
Dutch Village, and Clymer.
Clymer,
And we
okay.
were ready to start one in Jamestown last week with the Empire Grill, but apparently he was having financial difficulty and closed. So.
Oh, so it's not,
So we were
not a good deal over there.
No, so we are looking at developing a place in Jamestown. Hope to have that up and running very shortly.
Okay.
Unfortunately, too, we did have a death in our nutrition family.
Who
for
passed
those
away? Who passed away?
Almeda White.
Oh dear, I remember her. She's
Almeda
very
White.
busy. She's been there a long time.
She has been, and so we're a little short-staffed in our nutrition program, and until we figure out what's happening with the budget, we aren't hiring anybody
I would
at the
assume that.
county. So that is making things a little difficult, but we'll get through it. And
This is the answer. Cat food. Cat food.
the congregate meal program, I was just in Washington talking to our federal representatives,
You
and
rarely,
we're very supportive.
we rarely see around here, I might add.
Well,
Higgins will not come on this show.
I've gotten a commitment that he's going to come down and do a few things for
Well, you tell me. We'd like to have him on Senior Report because it's all
Okay,
over the county.
I'll tell him
It is
that.
the
I don't
county
know.
senior program. Well, you know, the
I
last
can't promise that, but he said he would come down for certain
well, the last time
so.
I had him on, he came on quite he came on no problem at all when he was first running. But last time I had him on, I pointed out that everybody in the Congress is very rich. They are, and they represent the rich. He said, "Well, I'm not rich." I said, "Well, give it a couple of weeks." Since that time, he's refused to come on. He's probably rich. That's the hell of it, you know. My self-fulfilling prophecy has come true.
Well, we have asked for a 12% increase to the Older Americans Act, which is, we've got two different pots of money. One is through the Older Americans Act, and the other is through the state. And they have, both Gillibrand, Schumer, and Higgins have given a commitment. They've signed off on getting that 12% increase for 2011.
Yeah, it's amazing because with the government having given away almost $3 trillion to the rich and powerful, stole the banks, stole the large corporations, stole everything, I'm surprised there's any money left at all, especially for the seniors. You know, they are required to bury you if you die without money.
I know that.
Yeah,
I know
they
that.
have to. That's one of the things that we'll have to maintain is funerals for dead seniors.
But I think there's some good things coming on the federal side for seniors. I know I wanted to touch on health care
there'll be more of
reform, and maybe people don't understand what's coming from health care reform. I know people were very, very worried about health care reform, but I think there's some really good things coming for seniors in health care reform.
They were going to take hundreds of billions and almost $1 trillion at some point out of Medicare. Medicare is the senior program. That's what they said.
That's not true. That's not
okay, what
true.
are they taking?
First of all, that notion that they were taking money away from Medicare comes probably from the Medicare Advantage plans. Those plans were insurance companies that came years ago when they started. They were private insurance companies. They said to Medicare, we can do it better than you. And we can do it less costly and give people better service, better coverage. Well, those Medicare Advantage plans were supposed to operate at 95% of Medicare. So for every dollar Medicare spent, they were only going to spend 95 cents and do it better. That isn't happening. They're spending 120%. So Medicare has reined them back and said, you either do it better